At this exact moment, your body is running a silent calculation. It happens every single morning. Do we burn sugar or do we unlock stored fat? Most people think fasting is just about not eating. Skip breakfast. Shrink your eating window. Done. But inside your cells, there's a hidden negotiation going on. And if that negotiation goes badly, fasting feels horrible, brain fog, crankiness, counting the minutes until you can finally eat. In this video, you'll see how a simple 30-minute habit done before your first meal can flip that internal calculation, so your body calmly chooses to burn stored fat while your brain actually feels better. Welcome to Body Science Truths. This channel is all about uncovering the real science behind how your body functions. We explain complex body processes in a simple, visual, and easy-to-understand way so anyone can follow along. From digestion, metabolism, and organs to sleep, sugar, fasting, and daily health choices, we reveal what's actually happening inside your body and why it matters. If you want science-based ways to make fasting and fat loss feel more natural, you're in the right place. Now let's look at why fasting feels so hard and what changes when you add a 30-minute fasted walk. First, the problem. You try intermittent fasting, you make it through the hours, but instead of feeling light and focused, you feel foggy, tired, and weirdly on edge. Your body isn't just out of food, it's stuck in an in-between state. You're not actively digesting a meal, but your body hasn't really switched over to burning stored fat as its main fuel yet. Insulin may still be a little too high. Your cells are still looking around for sugar. Your brain is basically saying, "Where's the quick energy? We don't like this." That's when fasting feels like a willpower test instead of something your biology can support. So the real question is not, how many hours can you go without food? The real question is, how easily can your body switch fuels? That skill has a name, metabolic flexibility, and this is where a simple fasted walk can quietly change everything. Now, the science of what happens when you combine fasting with a 30-minute walk before your first meal. Inside your cells, there's a sensor called AMPK. Think of AMPK as your energy traffic controller. When it senses that energy is low and you are moving, it sends out a clear order. Stop depending on constant incoming sugar. Start unlocking stored energy. We have reserves. Use them. At the same time, because you haven't eaten yet, your insulin level drops. Insulin is like a storage manager. When insulin is high, it locks fat inside your fat cells. When insulin goes low, those locks loosen. Suddenly, fat cells can release fatty acids into your bloodstream. Now add the walk. That gentle movement creates a small rise in adrenaline, not a panic surge, just enough to say, "We're moving." We need fuel. Adrenaline tells fat cells, "Open the doors, release some of that stored energy." Fatty acids leave your fat cells, flow through your blood, and your muscles start burning them. At the same time, a hormone called growth hormone quietly rises. Growth hormone's job here is powerful. It tells your body to preserve muscle while you're using fat for fuel. So with this one habit, a 30-minute low-intensity walk while fasted, you're asking your body to lower insulin, unlock stored fat, burn that fat for movement, protect your muscle. But there's another layer that most people don't realize. Some of those fatty acids get turned into ketones by your liver. Ketones are like premium fuel for your brain. They cross into your brain easily, provide a smooth, steady energy, and don't cause the same crashes that big sugar swings do. Ketones also increase BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a factor that helps your brain grow new connections and adapt more easily. That's one reason many people report clearer thinking, better focus, and a more stable mood when they combine fasting with gentle movement. Over time, your cells respond to this daily pattern by building more mitochondria, your internal power plants. More mitochondria mean better energy production and better capacity to burn fat. That's metabolic flexibility being built from the inside out. So that's the theory. But what happens in real life if someone actually tests this every day? Let's look at what a typical 14-day fasted walking protocol might look like and how the body often responds. Imagine a person following this routine for 14 days. Every day before their first meal, they go for a 30-minute walk in a fasted state. The pace is gentle, they can speak in full sentences. No jogging, no sprints. Just steady movement. They keep their normal eating window. They don't change what they eat, no new supplements, no new workouts. The only variable is the morning walk. They track 4 things: body weight, hunger before and after the walk, cravings and food noise during the morning, and mental clarity and mood. Here's how the pattern often unfolds. In the first few days, the experience is usually mixed. On day 1, they're very aware they haven't eaten. The body keeps suggesting, maybe breakfast first. During the walk, hunger is present. The brain checks in often, when do we eat? But something small changes after the walk. Instead of appetite exploding, hunger may feel just slightly calmer. Food is still appealing, but the urgency can turn down by a small but noticeable amount. On days 2 and 3, the walk starts to feel more familiar, but fasting still doesn't feel easy. If someone stopped here, they might assume the habit isn't doing much. Then comes the turning point many people notice around day 4. About midway through the walk on day 4, something shifts. For the first time, the brain isn't talking about food the entire time. Thoughts drift more toward plans, ideas, or tasks, instead of only thinking about eating. It feels as if the hunger volume knob has been turned down another big notch. They finish the 30 minutes, return home, and realize there's no frantic rush to the kitchen. There is still a desire to eat, but it feels calm, not desperate. That's often the first clear sign that the body is starting to accept this new way of getting fuel. From days 5 through 10, 3 major changes tend to stand out. First, morning hunger becomes more predictable and less aggressive. It's still there, but it no longer feels like an alarm blaring in the background. Second, energy feels smoother. The walk works almost like a power-on switch for the brain. Instead of dragging through the morning, there's more natural alertness without extra caffeine. Third, the constant background food noise often begins to fade. Instead of spending the whole morning thinking about snacks, recipes, or the first meal, there's more mental space for other thoughts. By days 11 to 14, the fasted walk typically feels like a normal part of the morning routine, not a debate. In many cases, people notice weight loss over this period, for example, a few pounds over 2 weeks, even when their meals haven't changed, simply because their body has become better at tapping stored fat. But the most meaningful shift is not just on the scale. The biggest win is that fasting stops feeling like a daily battle of willpower and starts feeling like something the body can cooperate with. If you want to try this yourself, here's a simple way to start. Choose a fasting window that's realistic for you, for example, 14 or 16 hours. Once a day before your first meal, go for a 30-minute walk while you're still fasted. Keep the pace easy enough that you can talk comfortably. You are not trying to crush yourself. You are trying to teach your body to switch fuels calmly. Do this every day for at least 14 days. Track your weight if you want, but also track how strong your hunger feels before and after the walk, how loud your cravings and food thoughts are through the morning, and how clear or foggy your mind feels. Give your body time to adapt to this new pattern. A quick but important note: if you have diabetes, low blood pressure, are pregnant, have a history of eating disorders, or take medications that affect blood sugar, talk to your doctor before trying fasted walks or changing your fasting routine. If at any point you feel dizzy, weak, or unwell, end the walk, eat something, and listen to your body. The goal is not to punish your body. The goal is to work with how it's designed. Fasting is not just a test of how long you can go without food. It's a skill of how smoothly your body can move from sugar to stored fat without panicking. A simple 30-minute fasted walk is one of the easiest ways to practice that skill every morning. Lower insulin, activate AMPK, release stored fat, protect muscle, feed your brain, all with one gentle habit. You've been watching Body Science Truths. If you want more science-based breakdowns of what's actually happening inside your body and how to use that knowledge in real life, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.